up on the run area right now. We're gonna run a cool 8 miles this morning. So I just finished the 8 miles at about a 7-minute pace, and I guess I should probably kind of tell you guys what this video is all about. So, as a lot of you may know, the Kenyans dominate long distance running, and they've been dominating it since the 1980s. Now, there's a lot of different reasons why that the Kenyans dominate, but it all really comes down to a combination of their nature and their genetics and their environment, right? Their environment being, higher elevation, high carb diets, things along those lines. And then their genetics being slender limbs, shorter torso, longer legs, a lower BMI relative to their weight. All these things make it so that running is more energy efficient. And I am in no way a Kenyan runner, obviously, by the way my body is shaped. And I don't really train like one either. So I thought, hey, why don't I give training like a Kenyan a chance for one day? See if I could, kind of walk in the footsteps of these champions, these hard-working people who are very good at running. It's just more natural than natural is for humans. I have no idea. So I woke up at about 6 o'clock this morning, and that's usually about what time they go on their runs. Now I'm going home to have breakfast about 8. So, I'm gonna train, and I'm gonna go on a run later today, just a shorter 4-mile run, just because that's what the Kenyans do, and I'm going to be eating like them as well. I'm going to be having their traditional dish, ugali, and eating lots of carbs, lots of starches, and lots of vegetables as well. So we're going to go home and munch on some bread, so see you guys then. Alright, so I've done a little bit of research onto what they usually eat throughout the day, and it says, of course, they eat a lot of carbs, right? And for breakfast, they've varied, like bread, millet, oats, stuff along those lines. So I'm just gonna stick with some toast this morning. And then it also said that they like to drink a lot of tea with sugar and honey in it. So I'm just gonna make some green tea, put a shit ton of honey in it, and make 3 slices of bread. So one. Oh shoot. 2. 3. That's a lot of bread. What? No.
Because I knew that she would be.
No. Oh, we also got this. They eat a lot of fruit, so I got this banana. It's a little scuffed, but it'll do the trick. Oh well. Bottoms up, boys. Got these buttered. Yeah. We gotta give the tea a try. Oh, that's sweet. I'm gonna eat this bread. Then, you know, take a shower and hang out for a little bit. So, see you in the next clip. I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now. I'm extremely tired. It's about 11:20 in the morning, and I think I'm gonna go in for the nap. I'm gonna take a nap. When I wake up, I'm gonna start cooking some lunch. All right, I got some sweet potatoes and some rice. Hopefully it's gonna be good. It's about 40 minutes till 1. Let's see. Actually it's about 30 minutes. So I'm going to put these in the oven, just some sweet potatoes, and it's gonna take them about 45 minutes to cook. So I'm just gonna start them now, and then I'm gonna also be cooking some rice along with that. I'll start that because it doesn't take as long. I'll start that in a little bit, but energy levels are coming back up through the midday. Feeling a lot better. So. Alright, so we got the smaller of the baked potatoes here. I mean, the sweet potatoes. Tastes pretty good. Gonna add some salt and pepper, because that's what I assume they add. Alright, so the rice is done, and I'm just gonna put it with the potato, I guess. So we're just gonna scoop a little bit of rice, not too much. Not too hungry actually, so. Should be good. So that's the lunch. I'm gonna chill out, take my time, eat it, hang out, and then wait about an hour or two, and then we're gonna go on the afternoon run. So it's gonna be sick. So far today, I woke up at about 5:30 a.m. and went on a run around 6:30-ish. That's when I kind of hit the pavement. And from then on, it's kind of just been all focused around eating, recovering, stretching, and preparing for the next run, preparing for the next task. See, this is why I think that when you're an elite runner, like the Kenyans are, they're solely dedicated to the art of running. They're solely dedicated to making sure that their bodies are optimized for running. That's all they're focused on. That's all they're doing all day long. Now, this isn't just for the Kenyans, but it also applies to all elite runners and all elite athletes in general. You have to be solely focused in on your task in order to become the best. Now, genetics aside for the Kenyans, it's really about the commitment and the schedule and being on top of things, right? Now, in my journey for this training that I'm doing, I've very much dial down a schedule that works best for me. I wake up in the morning, go for a run, eat breakfast, upload a YouTube video, and then, do editing, do various different sorts of things throughout my day. And I've got it dialed down, right? But when you jump into a different person's type of life for a day, I jump into somebody else's type of schedule, then my mind has to work like 2 times as hard just to figure out what the hell is going on, because this is unfamiliar territory for me. When you start a new daily routine for the first time, it takes you a couple weeks to really dial it in, really get the hold of it, and become a master of your daily routine. And that's why I think for me, this put me off a little bit. It's sort of something out of the blue. See, I like the idea, and I'm glad I did it, but the actual implementation of the idea throws your body off a lot more than you think. Alright, about to go on the second run of the day, trying to hype myself up, The thoughts are to go to the hills behind my house. It's just it's a park. It's got dirt trails on it, so nothing that will hopefully beat up my knees or anything. And it's got some hills, but I think hills won't hurt. So I'm gonna do that today. It's gonna be about a 4-mile loop. So here we go. Yeah, it went all right. All right. We got this. We got this. Just some spinach, onions, and asparagus. This is crazy, bruh. This is crazy. Dude. So I guess it would be rather appropriate to talk about my day and kind of how it went. I just finished dinner with the ugali and the various sauteed vegetables, like the spinach, the asparagus, and the onions. Now, I tried to imitate kind of what a Kenyan runner would eat and kind of what is more traditional in their cultures. However, obviously, I can't really hit it that spot on, right? I think the focus rather should be on the high amounts of carbohydrates they eat, and also the high amounts of volume they do in terms of miles. It is today's kind of just really made me think, and has kind of put things in perspective with the way that people who are actually at the top of their game and who are the best actually operate. And also, like I talked about earlier, puts in perspective the element of individualism and individualism in daily routines and daily schedules and diet and training. All these different aspects really have an impact, and you can't just copy somebody else's blueprint for success because it might work for them, but it won't work for you. You might have mild success, but you won't have the same meaning or type of success because it's not necessarily your own, you know. I'd say I'm not going to be training like a Kenyan. I'm not going to continue with these habits of eating a very high carb diet and training twice a day and running a lot of miles. Although I will be eating a lot of the foods that I have left over in the next couple of weeks, and I'll implement parts and bits and pieces of their diet, which I find very interesting. Just trying to cut out processed foods a lot and eating lots of vegetables and healthy carbohydrates like sweet potatoes and yams and things along those lines. And continuing with the intermittent fasting and trying to wake up earlier, because I wake up early, but I could always wake up earlier, you know. So just these small things that I could kind of take with me and implement into my own life and my own routine to make it better. So if you want, go ahead and try running 15 miles in a day, or running twice a day and eating a high carb diet. Go ahead and try it. It'll give you some perspective, and maybe it will give you some ideas to tweak your own daily schedule. However, find your own pathway to your own success and kind of find out what works for you. Don't rely on other people's blueprints for success, because it won't necessarily work for you. So I'll see you guys in the weeks to come. We got more training to do and more things to figure out.